I hate that you're ahead by like 10 seconds. Like your reactions is not fun for me.
Dude, this is great.
Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I am your host, Jose Garza. That is my co-host, Arturo Ibarra. He's freaking out because he's watching the game on mute, and he's like 15 seconds ahead of me. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight?
What's up, man? No, you know what? It's another Bills-Jags game again today, but it was great. Great week of football last week. I hope for some people.
It was confusing as fuck. The bet some bettors who bet on the underdogs won a lot of money.
Yeah, no, but what was great though? The fights were great. That's what was great. The UFC and the Canelo fight, dude. I think that was the highlight of the week, though.
It has to be. It has to be. I
mean, actually, what was the highlight of the week, though?
Was it with the new one?
Ramen challenge.
The ramen challenge. It's ramen. You ignorant.
Ramen.
It's ramen.
I had to do it for the podcast, though. I had to do it for the podcast.
Don't. Nobody knows what you said that night.
But we do.
So we share it with the world. All right. Let's share our secrets. Let's share our secrets now. You ignorant slut. Anywho, you're right, buddy. You're right. The fights were fucking amazing. We got to see some UFC. We got to see some boxing. We got to see between you and Marco who could take the heat. Ugh. I mean, if you haven't checked it out, guys, go check out the Spicy Ramen Challenge. It was a loser bet edition. Art, Marco, they had to eat some spicy ramen, some hot and spicy fire walk. Woo! Some people said missing some lime. Some people thought, there was more in one bowl than the other.
Tabasco sauce.
There's a few things going on. But anywho, Art, let's start with the probably the biggest fight of all the fights that happened this past Saturday. Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant for all the gold. The WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, the ring, super middleweight titles. Winner comes out undisputed champion. Canelo Alvarez wins via TKO knockout after 11 rounds. It's over, one-sided. Give us your thoughts on the whole fight.
Dude, it's one of those fights that you're like, okay, who's gonna win. But yet again, you're probably expecting an upset could happen, and then you're like, oh shit, what the hell happened here? Mm-hmm. But who's gonna win. It was a great fight. Canelo was super technical on how he delivered his hits, what he threw, his defense. Everything was excellent. His opponent wasn't as bad. There was a video that resurfaced later where they're talking. They're like, hey, Canelo said, you're pretty good for your age. Everything's good. You're good. And they were kind of talking and trading some blows on it while they were talking to each other. So it was respect between them two. That's what I thought. Canelo respected what he was at Plant's age. So, but overall, the hit right at the 11th round, dude, it was
the combos.
He had been working those ribs the entire match. So just for him to put him on the ground and then he got up. And then he's like, you know what? Let's just finish it.
I think what people if you watch the fight, you clearly understand. If your height guard right here, you're protecting your face, but you're also leaning back, so you're protective as hell. You're leaving all of this right here wide open, he's not known just for his uppercut. He's known for his freaking
it's just power, dude.
His toolkit of weapons. He's gonna see that wide opening right here, and he just kept going. Mixing it up, and Plant never adjusted. That's what I want to go with. He just never adjusted.
Yeah.
It was this. Here's the problem where Canelo sucks you in. He gives you the first 2-3 rounds. He gives you jab, oh jab. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't hurt me one bit. But you have to be aggressive with him. You gotta be from point. You just gotta go in. You gas yourself out. Fuck it, because you're not gonna beat him by decision. The judge is already going to tell you that. Yeah. You're not. And, dude, here's the problem. People are, they think those first few rounds, Canelo messes with your mind. Early on, because it was personal. It was coming into this fight. It was very personal. Canelo was not going to. He wasn't going to give it, dude. No, and he was like, "All right, for your 10 jabs, I'm gonna hit you with this nice little fucking uppercut or this nice hook." And it's just like every hit that Canelo threw that landed and connected was like a thunder, like just thunder coming right at your soul. But everything like Plant gave him, like little pebbles. And no disrespect to Plant, I think, but Plant's fantastic. Like if it wasn't another time where there was no Canelo or there was no this, he'd be the guy right now. Like
You can look at it in the same way as when Canelo fought Mayweather. You know, Canelo wasn't there yet. Mayweather was at his prime. Mayweather was like doing everything. So you could see it at that same kind of stance for people who don't really understand the boxing area. But it's just, man, Canelo's a beast, dude. Whether he's Mexican, he's mi gente and everything, however people want to call it, though. But he's technical, though. He's like, he plays chess with people. Like you were saying, dude, like it was personal. He gave him the 2-3 rounds. He would stick in the jabs, but he was still dodge. He was taking jab. He was moving out, so he wasn't feeling him. It was a great fight.
It was just an match. Now I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say, in this case, Plant is Canelo, while Canelo is Mayweather. Like two different. Plant came in too arrogant. And that's something we discussed about. Like me, you, Marco, Mike, Jesse, your brother, everybody that was there watching the fights. He came in too arrogant. Yes, you've done a fantastic job with your career so far. Like you're a champion going into that fight. You did great. You have done good things. Canelo's done great things. There's a difference. Like
he was confident.
Yeah, the two fights with Triple G, the history that he had with Billy Joe, Caleb Smith, Floyd Mayweather. Like you were talking about a lineage of a stack of what he's done in his career versus this little chapter that Plant came in with. And look, the greats, they'll come in using anything as an excuse to like be more motivated. Caleb Plant said, "Motherfucker." I think we know that Canelo knows what that means. That it's not what he insinuated it meant, right? But he used that to motivate him. And now Plant's got this scar that says Kani,
which he opened up.
I mean, he's lucky that's all that opened up, because those ribs are like, I mean, they're gonna look like that turkey we're gonna have on Friday. Anyway, any final thoughts moving forward before we move on?
Nah, dude, I'm looking forward to the next fight and seeing what else Canelo can do, dude.
Well, actually,
like, that's gonna be great.
Saying that, he doesn't really need to defend the titles because there's no real like contender up there to come up. So, are we looking at him moving up, or are we looking at him waiting for someone below the weight class to come up? What do you think he does next?
I don't think he's gonna move up.
Really?
It wouldn't be smart for him to move up. Not right away. Like, if he's gonna move up, he has to bulk up and he's not gonna be as fast as he is. He's gonna be a little more technical though. But I think the smartest way to do it right now would be to either go lower.
Because he doesn't need to though. The older you get, the harder it is to move down. It's not. I know it's not much, right? Like it's like what, 5 pounds or so. Like it ain't much, but I mean, he's fought at the higher weight class before. Like he's won the titles there before. So like I don't see like why not. He's won the light heavyweight title. Like it's not like he can't own both divisions.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, yet again, he's open to anything. So whatever he does, I'm excited for it.
I mean, even if he's like short, like right, because he's not like the tallest dude in the world. Like he's a big dude. Like you're talking about him like trying to cut weight more. It'll probably hurt his stamina more, if anything. So I think he'll be better if he just moves up, bulks up. If he needs to bulk up a little bit, he'll know the regimen. I mean, he'll get there. And Canelo, whatever he does, he'll do great things and get the W. You know this. It's just, how do you bet against him? All right. Art. We had UFC 268. We had the first fight. Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler. Someone was gonna die. Oh man, and no one died. I mean, their souls have left their bodies multiple times during that fight, but no one actually died because, my God, just in the first round, my God. I mean, dude, I don't even know.
Crazy.
They went at it, and this is like how started the main card for the UFC. And this is how we're going to lead up to like where you arrived, the other guys arrived, and we're watching this fight to start it off. And then we're going to go straight into like the biggest fights coming up after that. But my gosh, Art, soul for soul. And one man walked out the winner. The other man, well, they both went to the hospital, but the other man pretty much, like, his face is dead, like, died. Like, give me your thoughts on Chandler versus Gaethje.
Man, it was a crazy fight because, like you said, like multiple times they just left their, like, it was a, oh, you're out, and he came back, and then he was just taunting. He was like, all right, come on, dude, like, give me more, wake me. It was like not even like a I can take it. It was more of a give me more so I can wake up because I'm out. But it was just, man, it was a great fight to start the card though. That was the thing. It was a good lineup, good start to UFC, and then it kind of sucked, that it was at the same time as the Canelo fight, right before those.
Showtime is brave, bro. Showtime is brave to do that. We had not have that, like, where they go in at it doing that, but they were very brave to go up and compete with the UFC. Now they had the right guy. I don't think anyone else, not even like Tyson Fury, I don't think anyone else would have made them possibly buy both fight cards like I did. Like
what they did. Yep.
Yeah, so like, I mean, that's a lot of money, by the way, to buy both fight cards, and I am blessed to be able to do that because my God. But still, nonetheless, these two men, they went at it with, and Justin Gaethje does this all the time, right? Like he goes in with like not holding back. Like he'll go in there, he'll start swinging. He doesn't have to be accurate as fuck because he's not accurate as fuck sometimes. But his power is unreal because we said it in the first round. Chandler was getting most of the hits, but the power more came from Gaethje. And then at the end of the round, that's where he walked. Like after Gaethje's wobbled and kind of like suckers you in, like he's like doing the Rock Lee drunk dance style. He pops Chandler, and Chandler like stumbles. He's like, "Oh shit! Oh God! Oh no! My goodness!" And then the rest of the way, like, bro, Chandler should have fallen like so many times. The rest of the fight, like his body said, "Let's just go down." And then Chandler said, "Nah, fuck that shit. Let's get back the fuck up. Let's get back the fuck up because it's insane. Like the technique, like, and Gaethje called it. Like Chandler took enough punishment to be like, oh, I'm gonna go for the wrestling. He can't do this. And bro, he had that one beautiful takedown, just one, because he attempted multiple times. He had the one, and then because he's going for the slam instead of hanging on, he lets go, and then Gaethje, he kind of just like, lands softly but takes it back, and it's just like, like all of us were standing up out of insanity. How fucking amazing that was.
It was. It was a good, man. I think good just cuts it short. Like there's no way to explain how this fight went because it was awesome.
I'll tell you right now. Awesome fight. I did not expect decision. I did not.
Oh no, I thought we both thought that it was not gonna go to the rounds that it did.
None of us did. Because look, Justin Gaethje's been finished by Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier. So just the way he likes to go to war, it could have happened. Michael Chandler just got finished by the current lightweight champion Charles Oliveira. Now, hey, by the way, give some credit to Charles Oliveira because he was able to finish Chandler. So, and he's not known for his power game compared to like Gaethje. So now that these two have squashed the beef they had, and we know who's a better man, what is next for Justin Gaethje? Do you think, even though he had just come off, he hadn't fought in over a year, he had just fought for the title, and this is his only win since, title shot or something else? Because we got Dustin Poirier challenging for the title against Charles Oliveira next month.
Damn. I would say one more fight and then the title fight.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be someone
It does have to be someone important. It has to be someone right there at like for the
No,
title shot.
it has to be someone there like that's in contention also for that title shot. But it doesn't have to be something that's gonna put him out there in the sense of like hurt him as much. But just to keep himself
It's
at
gonna
that same
happen.
level, he needs to do that though.
Well, I'm gonna pull up right now the rankings for the UFC lightweight division. So I know you probably we've talked enough about fights for you to know these guys. All right, so number 3 is Beneil Dariush. They're under the same manager. And then number 4 is Islam Makhachev. Same thing, under the same management. At this point, those are the only 2 guys that I feel like he has to fight one of them to earn a title shot. Because it just doesn't make sense for him to get just a 1 win, get a title shot. It was a fantastic fight. Don't get me wrong. Fantastic fight. But you just got you tapped to Khabib, but he also put you to sleep. He lost twice in one fight. So to be fair. So he's got to have to fight Beneil Dariush or Islam Makhachev. Neither of them are going to be easy fights. So I'll tell you right now.
I like Makhachev though.
Makhachev could just get a title shot, honestly, at this point, because he's just dangerous. Like I don't know who wants to take on the second coming of Khabib. Now, mind you, our good old friend Jesse Santos, he laughed at that when I said that. He laughed at one and like, but Islam's looking really good right now. He's looking fantastic. He's got the style. He has been beaten before, unlike Khabib. So there is a chance, but how many people can get that chance? So, what do you think was next for Michael Chandler? He kind of called out Conor McGregor for the next one.
I mean, it could happen.
Why not?
I mean, Conor doesn't have anything to lose right now. He can only go up from there, and
that's right. He's just barely getting his like freaking ankle all healed up.
So that would be an all right one. You know, kind of keep Conor in there.
It's a slugfest
to come back. Yep.
Well, I would even say it's practice because Michael Chandler could just take him down and make it a really tough night for him. And then Conor will call him a pussy because he took him down instead of stand up and fight. But I mean, if you accept the fight against Michael Chandler, you better expect some wrestling. All right. Yep. All right. Let's move on to the. All right. I'll be honest, guys. We were busy during the Burgos Billy Quarantillo fight. That's what we were doing, the ramen challenge. So good win for Burgos. We saw some good highlights and clips during that fight. So good shit there. The Chito Vera Frankie Edgar fight. Are you surprised Frankie, who was winning that fight up until Chito started getting going, and then that front kick? That's disgusting.
A nasty kick.
Bro, the photo finish?
His face was just like,
oh my!
It was a nasty kick.
He drooped him, bro. He drooped the fuck out of him. Oh, is that a touchdown?
Nah, it wasn't.
Okay. I was
sorry. I just ruined it for you.
Yeah, you clearly did. You son of a gun. I told you guys, this guy's like ahead of me. For those who can maybe see
the one that made the play was what, Wilson?
Right there. Look at that face, bro. Like, how do you come back from that?
You don't.
and Frankie Edgar, bro, for like as great of a legend he is, the great wars he's had. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch his fights with Gray Maynard. 2 and 3. Oh, 2 is still my favorite. 2 is still my favorite to this day. It's still my top 5 of fights ever. Like, no, like Gray Maynard, Frankie Edgar, he's a warrior. He could take a hit. He was done. He was done, bro. Like, that's a front kick. That ref saved him, and he's disputing the hell out of it. No, sir. Or what do you think of Chito Vera? Like, he fought great. He got a top 10 win. It's definitely time for him to get into the rankings. If he's not already on there now after this fight. What do you go from here? Do you think he still needs to like prove himself a little more? Maybe get like a top 7 fighter or something like that?
I think he should go for the top 5.
Aim high. He just got ranked to 11. I'm looking at the rankings
I think he needs to aim right at the middle of that pack. And just go for it. What is?
So I'm looking.
If he loses, he kind of stays there in the same ranking because he's going against someone high.
So
if he wins, he jumps up.
I'm looking at the guys right now. I I think a good fight for him to have next is against Marlon Moraes. Marlon versus Marlon.
Seems like a good, yeah. I like that.
Because he's not doing so great hot himself, but this is a good fight between them, good stepping stone for him. Because I think Chito Vera is like honestly like 4 fights from a title shot. If he like that freaking contention is a little stacked right now. All right, let's move on to the fight that we were watching during the Canelo fight. Or trying to. Rose Namajunas versus Zhang Weili, UFC strawweight title rematch.
I told you they were not, even if that fight went to decision, I told you they would not give it away. They would not take that title away from her.
Not unless she dominated all 5 rounds, yeah. It was rough going at first. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Zhang was doing really well. The Henry Cejudo training was working out. And then Rose just put it on. Zhang couldn't hang the 5 rounds.
Nah. It was, like I said, that one was crazy because it's like, okay, we were hoping at that moment when both fights were going on that one of them didn't end while we weren't watching that one. And there were a couple of
they ended at the same time. They ended at the same time.
Yeah, there were a couple of combos that one of them would throw and you were like, holy shit, like what the heck is going on? Like, is it gonna end? Oh no, it's not. So I know we were going round by round on that one.
We were panicking. We were panicking, looking up and down at the 2 TVs.
But man, I just like Namajunas. Like she's a beast.
She's the best. She's the best.
She's a beast.
She's the best.
So I really like her fighting style, and she's not scared of getting in there dirty. So,
bro, she got taken out a few times, but at the end, she's just able to counter and then just take it. Zhang just gassed out. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I think I gave it after watching the fight because I want to give it respect after watching majority really the Canelo fight. I mean, let's be honest, who wasn't? Because Dana White wasn't even watching the fight.
He was watching the Canelo fight in the background.
How pathetic is that? No, that ain't pathetic. How sad is that, bro? Like, you're not even watching your own content. You're watching the Canelo fight. And don't say
Did you say that he bet
100K? Yeah, he bet 100K, won like about 44K. But I mean, come on, man. Like, how do you do that to your own girls? Like, your own fighters? Like two of the best women ever. Like, these girls are bad feud. Sure, it's not like all world fight like Joanna versus Zhang Weili, but bruh, like that's disrespectful. I mean, if I do say so myself, like he's literally at cage side looking at his phone like, hey, that Canelo is about to win me some money. Oh. And you imagine like how if Rose and Zhang were watching Dana White, every time he was having like a reaction, they was like, oh shit, we're doing good. Bitch, we're just laying here.
I would actually wonder, like, if out of nowhere, what would happen if like the 2 fighters just stop and look at Dana White and be like, are we entertaining you or not? Like, I wonder what his reaction would be though.
He's supposed to pay him. Man, that's some weird shit. But I mean, nonetheless, Rose Namajunas, Doug Rose, she's the best, bro. Like, she's like, I thought she was the best going into their first fight. And I think she's just coming out looking really good right now. Now, her next fight should be against Carla Esparza, someone that she's lost to before for the title when the title was first introduced. So that's going to be an interesting rematch. Has Rose, in your opinion, improved enough to beat someone that has defeated her and stopped her before?
I think she's proved more than enough.
2-time champion.
Yeah. She's proven more than enough. So she's great. Like I said, she's a beast. So send whatever you want her way. Ooh. It's gonna be a great fight.
And Rose wins? Is that what you're saying? Rose just wins no matter what?
It's gonna take her a while. Like it's gonna be difficult because there has been like people that do challenge her on it. But I just feel like whenever they challenge her, like she grows from that and she just becomes a better fighter.
I mean, there's not really like a stacked list of like, oh shit, like she should get a title shot, she should get all this. Like, there's really like a really short list. Marina Rodriguez is one of them. She just beat Mackenzie Dern not that long ago, so she should be the one to get a title shot after Carla Esparza. But We'll see. Thug Rose, one of the best women fighters out there, right behind Valentina Shevchenko and Amanda Nunes. All right, Art, and the main event, another rematch. Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian Nightmare, Colby Covington, Trump supporter. A heated rematch coming from their December 2019 fight. That was, in my opinion, one of the best fights ever. Top 25. I mean, top 25. That's what I mean, because there's been a lot of good fights in the UFC. So, overall, did this hit below expectations for you?
The first 2 rounds did, and then it picked up from there. I don't think Usman was.
He wasn't concerned.
He wasn't concerned until that 3rd round where he got a good hit, or 3rd or 4th round where he got hit good.
I think he was like, I would say the 4th.
That he was like, oh wait, shit! Like I got rocked out.
Mm-hmm. Because I'll tell you this: those first 2 rounds, Colby was doing some kind of stupid strategy that was not helping him at all. Bro, he should have gone in there with the same strategy he had in the first fight.
Yep.
Because the first fight was fantastic. It was amazing. This one, he was going a game plan that just didn't feel right for him. And I told Marco, and I told all the guys, if you think Colby can win this fight, you're dead wrong immediately.
Yeah, no, he wasn't going to.
Colby has only fought once since the first fight with Usman. Kamaru's fought 3 times. Colby's win is against a guy who couldn't beat Jake Paul. Like, Enel said, I don't know what we're doing here. Kamaru Usman fought Jorge Masvidal short notice, dominated him. And I mean that, points-wise, not like he, destroyed him or fucked him up. Then he goes in there against former teammate Gilbert Burns, finishes him after he got rocked. And then he destroys Jorge Masvidal on the rematch. Destroys. Hey, you're going to tell me Colby Covington is going to beat that? Nah.
No, it wasn't the first fight. And I think that the first, like I said, on the 4th round, whenever he kind of rocked him, that's how he should have been fighting the first round. Then I think we would have had a great fight. But it's just, it didn't meet expectations from, compared to the first fight. But it was a good fight to watch at the end after, yet again, we were hyped up about the Canelo fight.
We were burned out. Let's be honest.
After the Namajunas fight also, we were hyped. So we were expecting something better from that. So we were kind of like, oh, okay, it's good. That third round kind of started picking up. 4th round it picked up.
No, don't get me wrong. To get the fight fans who are probably listening to this, you're just shitting on this fight. And I was like, no, we're not shitting. But when you just got Gaiji and Chandler, when you just got that beautiful finish for Vera and Frankie,
yep.
And then you got at the same time Rose and Zhang, you got Canelo and Plant, and all our hype in the world, all the madness that we were feeling, bro, every freaking hit, every round, and then the finish, for the Canelo fight, it's just, you're burned out.
It was crazy.
And then you look to my right, and I look at Marco, and he's just dead because he can't believe he still ate that ramen. So he's just like, ugh. But I mean, still, regardless, Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, good technical fight. That's what it was. It was nothing to say hate on. I will say this: Colby needs to find a proper gym because ever since he left his team or got kicked out, depending on which one you believe, man, I think he got kicked out. Honestly, I don't blame him. He didn't have a proper camp, just because he gets some guys, and this didn't look right. It didn't look like he was ready for Kamaru Usman. Kamaru was laying it on him really well for the first 3 rounds. I mean, he almost finished him late 2nd, late 3rd.
Yep.
So it is what it is. Kamaru he deserves a well-deserved break from here. He fought 3 times this year. He doesn't really need to fight again. Now, Leon Edwards is the only guy that deserves a title shot. But his fight just got pulled because Jorge Masvidal can't make it. So Leon Edwards should get a title shot, but if he doesn't get like Hamza Chimaev to replace Jorge Masvidal, that should be like on hold, because I think Kamaru Usman deserves some rest. Let's see, Colby Covington, he should fight Jorge Masvidal. That'll be fun. They're former roommates, bitter rivals now. It'll be a truly interesting decision. Art, any final takes on UFC 268?
It was a great fight. There's nothing else to put it. I think we went over that. It was a good card. Sad that it was on the same night as the Showtime fight.
Made it difficult.
They were both enjoyable.
It was hell of enjoyable. And fight fans, you got Max Holloway coming back to this weekend against Yair Rodriguez. That should be a fun fest. I got Max Holloway winning that fight. And if he wins that fight, give him the fight with Volkanovski. And then me and Marco can debate that again. If y'all want to hear it. You know what? Just check out the video. Yeah, give your opinion. Nobody believes Marco so far, but just kidding, Marco. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I beat you. I beat you in that debate. Just like you lost that bet with freaking me and Mike. You ate that ramen. You better not lose this bet in December. Or between me, you, Jesse, Art, his brother, and Mike. So, are we all really gonna eat a chip? Like, we're all gonna be stupid, aren't we? We're gonna eat a chip, and we're just. Oh my God, Art, what are your thoughts on that? On the whole chip thing?
I think that's awesome that we're gonna do that. I just can't. Here's the thing. For people who have not seen the video, go watch it.
Which one?
The one about the chip, but also the one about the ramen. So the reaction from both me and Marco, they're completely different. But I just can't wait to see Jesse's reaction. Like, that's the one that I want to see. I want to see his reaction when Marco's next to it. I want to see your reaction next to it too.
Oh, my face is gonna go bad.
Like, it's gonna be great. Like that's the thing.
If we lose, Dustin Poirier ain't losing though. I'm gonna tell you right now, Dustin Poirier ain't losing. You win the title, and you're gonna eat the chip. Your brother's gonna eat the chip.
I'll eat it.
Mike,
I'll
eat the chip.
Chip. I don't care.
You can put some Tabasco sauce on it if you want to. You can put some lime, but you're gonna eat that chip. I ain't eating that chip. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not eating that shit. I'll buy the milk for y'all.
We should even do the atomic wings from Wingstop before we even do the chip one. For
what? There's nothing in between. We'll just do the chips. We'll just torture each other.
Damn. All right. I guess.
There's nothing in between. What are you gonna bet on? The Cowboys game of Thanksgiving? What are you talking about?
Who are they going against again?
Lions? I don't care. Probably.
Washington again?
I think so. I think that is that matchup actually. Hot tamale right there. Getting ready. It's not even the same level. All right, guys. All right, where can the people find you at and not see you post anything?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at BeachBumAI. I haven't posted anything. Been meaning to, but just too busy at work right now. So
it takes 5 seconds, bro. You even gotta put a caption. Just put a picture up.
It's different, but yes, I have not posted anything.
I mean,
I reshare the videos, so go ahead and find those on YouTube though.
Sure. All right, guys, and you can find me at Jose Luis _1990 on Instagram, at Jose Garza Jr. 10 on Twitter. You can find the podcast, guys, at Puro Pinche Sports Podcast on Instagram and on Twitter. Find us at Pinche Sports Pod. For Turi Bara, I am Jose Garza. We are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out.